Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Lucier here, our weekly Tongren session. For the people that are new, this is Tongren, which is International Distance Healing. What that means is if you put in your request on this Facebook page or on our weekly page on our website, anusarwellness.com/weekly, you can actually get a healing session. So let's jump into it right away. Like I say, and we put in our requests. And like myself, Joseph Lucier, 25-year practitioner of Tongren Distance Healing Therapy, and I look forward to seeing everyone today. And I just noticed a helpful pioneer, the Rio Trio, is here, and some of our other great friends. But let's begin. So the first question is, how am I doing? As to whether you are doing better. I am doing well. This lingers with a slight cough for weeks. It's actually been about almost a month since I was actually formally diagnosed with the flu. I don't know what kind I had, type A, B, or what specific one. I didn't actually ask, but I had a serious one, and we're going to work on that for some others here too, to make sure that you boost. And I put out a newsletter, if you're not on my newsletter, about the protocol of things that I personally did myself. So let's begin. I'm going to start with a little throat clearing. And our first request is for rickets, autoimmune flare-ups, severe neck pain, and base of skull causing migraines. So I teach it. Actually, I have a workshop this Saturday, 1 to 5. And if people want to learn how to do Tongren, how it works, the science behind it, we've already got quite a few people signed up. But if you're interested, please join us. We have more seats available. So I'm also an Asian body worker, and we work in a similar process, blood flow to the brain and opening up the tissues. Rickets deals with bones, bone marrow, silica, vitamin C, metabolism of things like magnesium, potassium as well. So let's go. We do our 3-part process: blood flow to the brain, then the yang side of the nervous system, the yin side of the nervous system. So let's get right to it. T1 for the bones, for rickets. But let me know if you're doing better or worse. No change. T1 to T8 for immune system flare-ups, which can also be related to severe neck pain. Let's work on the neck as well. The sky window, shoulder release points, and the trapezius. The base of the skull, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you a specific point that is for migraine. GB20. It is a classic migraine point, and guess where it is? It's on the base of the skull. If you look it up and put a lot of pressure on there, you can help your migraines very much. T1 to T8 for an immune boost. And pondering specimen, Ellen Murphy, also trying to recover from the flu. Better, yes. Still very deep, very severe cough. Also potassium. Can castor oil pack help with a cough? Yes, I would put it on the throat, the front of the throat area, but I would definitely apply it either heated or with some other kind of warm pack or hot water bottle. But let's work on your cough. C3, 4, and 5. T1 to T8 for the immune system, anti-flu. The throat area, serious cough, and this is colloidal, I think you know about this one, colloidal silver throat spray. That's a good option. Good for the throat and the immune system. Silver, Sovereign Silver. And again, the base of the skull for the migraines. Sleep GB13, T1 to T8 again for the immune system. And let's continue on. Good to see you, Ellen, and Tracy as well. And for Nick Darchik, lower GI issues. Got a heater here. It's cold. Not as cold as in Canada, I bet. So let's do a 3-part process as a training like we do in the workshop we're doing on Saturday. So lower GI issues, fine until you had a prostate biopsy. Now my lower GI is not treating me too well. What I would recommend is, I have a link to it on the right side, castor oil with pokeweed on the abdomen CV4 area. And then in addition to that, from a company, Blur Naturals. I can't remember the name. But they have a scar relief extra strength pain with DMSO on a company called Blur Naturals. Scar tissue. Sounds like you got scar tissue. And I would work on the internal gut area, fermented foods, and it sounds like if it happened because of a biopsy, it sounds like they may have cut something and you may need some castor oil for healing or things for scar tissue. So lower GI, T11, T12, L4, L5. Look on CV4 where you should place the castor oil on it right away. Qigong is really good for that, just like Tongren. CV4, big time. Since the gut is not related to the prostate and the biopsy might have created a problem, as you clearly state here. liver 3 and kidney 1 for Nick. Sorry to hear about that. There are specific herbs for the prostate. I'm guessing you have an elevated PSA, and that's why they did all these things, or BPH, which is a swollen prostate. But all of those things, think about zinc. I would take high doses of zinc supplements for 1 to 2 months. That is the main mineral for the prostate. All right, happy mama. Everyone is doing well. Great. Great to hear it. So, number 1, Chi, for perfect blood. You have perfect blood, and you've had perfect blood for a very long time. And Catherine McGlynn, welcome back from the Glen. So we will tap for edema. Leonard, great to see you, Leonard. Thank you for joining, tapping along with us. This is the great Leonard and the great Catherine from the Glen, the far Glen of McGlynn. It's great to see you guys. So let's continue with perfect blood. T1 for the bones and lymph, 2-part process. T3 for the lymph, T7 for the spleen. T1 to T8, boost that immune system. It's doing great. Years and years. And a quick lymph tune-up. 6-part process. Sky window. Axillary lymph. Unguenal lymph. And next we work with Laura, balanced hormones. Sunrise sun gazing can be a good way to start that. Excuse me. And let's get this microphone a little closer. And balanced hormones, hypothalamus, pituitary. Balanced and much abundance. GB13 right side, in Tong third eye. Blessings and gratitude to you as well, Laura. Glad you're all doing well. And thirdly, Evan for inflammation for everyone. Any itis, T1 to T8. And also abundance. GB13 right side, T1 to T8 for any itis. You guys are doing great. And as I said, Leonard is here with us, supporting us. GB13 for abundance. T3 for the lymph, T7 for the lymph. You guys are doing great. CV4 also for inflammation and immune system. 80% of our immune system is in the gut. Cool beans. Let's work with Catherine. I feel great. Interesting concept. Sometimes the body says you need to slow down, rest, regenerate, cleanse, purge. That was my message, and that's what happened. And I feel crazy good. I went through it. The body said, chill out. I was bedridden for over a week. So there we go. It was a good thing. Blood flow to the brain. It feels annoying, but it's a good thing. Let me center myself a little bit here. So for Catherine, edema, let's do a lymph tune-up for you. 6 parts, lymph drainage. Axillary lymph. Macular degeneration on the weekly page. There is a link to Eagle Eyes, a DMSO castor oil blend you can put in the eyes specifically for eye issues, macular degeneration, cataracts, and more. It's a company I've been starting to work with just within the last few weeks. Continue our lymphedema cleanse part, axillary lymph, unguenal lymph. And I'm glad you got some chrysanthemum tea. I recommend chrysanthemum tea for blood pressure. And the thing is, you bought some DMSO, you're afraid to use it. I agree, the dosing is very critical. This specific company does very specific dosing of DMSO and castor oil. It even says the dosing ratios, 30-70. So it has different levels of DMSO, totally safe. I agree. It has a history, but it's okay. They have one also for the ears. And they also have one, they have salves for magnesium, DMSO, and castor oil. What could be better? And it's also good for releasing scar tissue. Unguenal lymph for edema in the legs. And if you're with an acupuncturist or anyone, there's a point called spleen 6, or you could push on it yourself. Spleen 6, SB6. That will help with the edema, bring it all down. And you can put the poke castor oil on CV4, the belly. But I agree with the DMSO assessment. It's something critically important to be dosing, so I get it from experts. There's a couple, it's a nurse and a doctor, couple that have developed brilliant products. I don't recommend many people or products, but that one I do. And macular degeneration, let's do all the eye stuff. For Catherine, C3. C4. And the ouch point for the eyes. Blood flow to the eyes, facial artery. But I think I'm pretty much all set with my castor oil recommendations. stick with what works well. The poke castor oil for lymph drainage and circulation and dissolving of cysts and tumors. Then these specifically for the ears and the eyes, and the other one, mag bomb they call it, for scar tissue, magnesium, which is a natural muscle relaxant. No side effects. So you've been doing castor oil with frankincense on the eyelids. That's a great idea. That sounds awesome. I bet it will help. Have you seen any improvements or staying about the same? Edna, good to see you. How things been going? It's great to meet you at that time at Tom Tam's office. Soft palate muscle strength, any improvement? Blood flow to the brain. Soft palate muscle strength. See 3, 4, and 5. Throat chakra as well for the dry mouth. So hands, brachial plexus for the hands. GV17 for the vertigo. Lumbosacral plexus for the legs, ankles, and left foot drop. So, and then also tap for the husband's thyroid nodules. That would definitely be an opportunity to use castor oil, pokeweed oil. I use herbals to get me through COVID, but like I say, it was a self-induced cosmic cleanse. If you're in bed for a week, not eating for a week, drinking only water for a week, and what I did to keep myself happy, I listened to a lot of music. That was, I won't give too much information, but on day 3 to 4, was a purge. Best thing that can happen. But let's work on C6, C7 thyroid, and extra points we use because we will focus on blood flow and nerve flow like we do in the class. Superior and inferior thyroid arteries. Connecting to the thyroid, pituitary. MS for your aunt, by the way, T1 to T8, anti-inflammation. MS oftentimes is caused by Epstein-Barr virus, so go to the source. There are homeopathics for Epstein-Barr virus. So if you get rid of the cause, the result of that situation long-term is MS, cysts, polycystic ovarian syndrome, so many different things, but the core cause is Epstein-Barr virus. And there's a really good homeopathic tincture for that, and there are different remedies as well. And grounding up granddaughter's heart, C6, 6A7. I mean T6, T7 for your granddaughter's heart. Put in her name sometime. We can have more connection to her. And don't forget, put in if you're doing better, worse, or the same. Also make a note at the end. So for you, Edna, things are the same. One thing you and your husband can look into, mitochondrial cleansing. That's the core of everything for everyone here today. The mitochondria is the core energy and battery source for everything. Therefore, detoxing, increasing oxygenation, even clay baths, binders. Are you using infrared light therapy? Different things. So the question is how you want to accelerate nutrients in. So eat nutrient efficient foods. Accelerate toxins out through things like clay. You're doing clay? Clay binders like pectosol and high fiber foods. Colon cleansing, red light therapies as well. So give me a list of the things you're doing right here, and we'll continue to keep the conversation going. So let's work for friendly gem, timid guru, this is DMSO for the eyes. Could be an option for you, Catherine. So let's continue on. Friendly gem, timid guru, blood flow to the brain, endometrial, peritoneal, that's inner lining, cancer, lung and liver cancer. This is a core cause from inflammation, cancer with ascites, fatigue, low red blood count. I would do a round of copper, vitamin D, high dose vitamin D, abdominal pain, small airway disease. Let's do a workup for the lungs, lung 1, lung 2, abdominal pain, CV4, and the stomach. T9, left side. And grounding and tap for healthy heart for Isaac. Decreased mucus. I would definitely do steam tents. And neti pots, Netti. In fact, I would do sovereign silver spray for your tonsils. Colloidal silver. Healthy heart, CV17 and T5. C3, 4, and 5 for the mucus and the sinuses. C3, 4, and 5 for the tonsils. For Francis. Blessings and gratitude to you as well. T1 to T8. Oxygen, which is anti-cancer, lung 1, lung 2, and phrenic nerve. So Selma from New Hampshire, anxiety, I would recommend the relaxator, which is resistance breathing. I've used it with people for panic attacks, works really well. Neuroflare is excessive activation of the sympathetic nervous system. So if it started 2.5 months ago, think of some emotional trauma or an anniversary of a trauma that you may have had. Let's work on a 3-part process. And like I say, write in the bottom if you're interested in joining either the Tongren or the Tui Na massage therapy workshop on the 31st. Anxiety, GB13, right side. GB13, right side, also good for insomnia. Weakness in the limbs and general burning neural pain. So, high dose vitamin B12 as well. B12 and vitamin C, which supports B12. Neck and inflammation, C6, C7, T1, T2. Jerking at night is a spasm kind of thing. I will look into a chiropractor for your neck and increase vitamin B12 for sure. Even if they say you got normal levels, exceed it. So this is the 8th flare in 28 years. Wow. Fibromyalgia turned into neuro with optic neuritis. Inflammation. Big time for all of this. Kind human. And then look on fermented foods, high fiber foods, alkalizing foods, and low inflammatory foods. And my favorite trio. And let's do grounding for Selma. T1 to T8 for all the itises as well. T5 for heart palpitations, hypertension. Definitely look into resistance breathing. The relaxator is called the relaxator for a reason. Calm down. You clearly have sympathetic nervous system overacting. That's pretty clear. And inflammation, so that's pretty clear. And then we will do grounding for Selma as well. So, the Rio Trio, lungs, let's do a lung workup. Phrenic nerve, lung 1, lung 2, CV17, and T3 for the lungs. Lung capacity, C6, C7, diaphragm as well. And for Gwen, C6, C7, calcium balancing, bone spur, too much calcium being released. Let's work to bring circulation to that right heel. T7, abdominal blood. Lumbosacral plexus for the nerves, so blood flow, nerve flow, and target right heel. Good to see you, Gwen. GB13, right side. And grounding CV17 more for the lungs for the Rio Trio. And more on the right heel for Gwen. Okay, let's see our Facebook friends. And we have a question. Have I heard of multi-wave oscillator? Nope. So you were a couple of sessions of a man in Cyprus. So you went to Cyprus for the multi-wave oscillator? That's outrageous. It must be great. To clear edema, increase health, circulatory system, lymph drainage during the session. Yep, 6 main torso areas plus popliteal knee area. Chi moving though. Yeah, you can even try traditional lymph drainage. There's a great person out near Concord that I've been to myself. Clear edema. We talked about and couldn't resolve working with a rebounder. That didn't work. Rife is a brilliant technique. So lymph drainage, definitely overnight castor packs on the spleen, and then overnight castor packs on CV4 as well. Are you also doing red light therapy? I'm not familiar with multi-wave oscillator. It sounds like scalar energy, but I'm not really sure. There's a good history about Rife. His techniques work, and he was so good that they put him out of business and destroyed his life. Lymph drainage, 6 parts for Catherine. Sky window, axillary lymph, unguinal lymph, lymph drainage up through the lymphatic duct to the subclavian vein. .635 red laser, great. How many inches away from your body is it when you're using it? And I'd like to hear more about Cyprus. So let's work Magnificent One. Bone spur right heel. Yep, we did that. And insomnia. So let's work with Magnificent One for Hashimoto's. And somebody said we should send me healing chi. Go for it. Rosanna, you're in the class. Awesome. Blood flow to the brain. Hashimoto's tune-up. So we do the hypothalamus pituitary. That is the beginning of the chain of the connection to the thyroid, parathyroid. C6, C7, Hashimoto's autoimmune condition T1 to T8. Fermented foods, sea vegetables. Charge the batteries. Let's do it. But let's do right on the throat chakra area for the Hashimoto's. CV17. The middle dantian battery. CV4 lower dantian battery. We have a good group, Rosetta. Thank you for joining. A major storm going on in Canada. Wow, really? How often does that happen? A lot, probably. I think. So, we've had one major storm, but then we've had such warm weather and then rain. All the snow is gone here. So, Gartor, edema in knees. Definitely castor oil on the knees. Massage it in to release that edema. Yep, just pass on some information. Blood flow to the brain. Edema in the knees. Stomach 36. Draw that edema away. Stomach 36 and spleen 6. Stomach 36. Spleen 6. Liver 3 and kidney 1. Ouch point for the knees. CV4 for the prostate. L3 for the prostate as well for Gartor. And let's do a little extra ouch point for both knees for Gartor. So, Herbal Granny, you would know this stuff probably better than I do. You felt hard on the sidewalk today while walking the dog. I know cayenne pepper stops bleeding right away. Your glasses ear stem gashed 1 inch opening on your eyebrow. If it's still bleeding, it's tough. But cayenne pepper. Something for healing that. Yarrow salve. Absolutely for scar tissue. So you've taken arnica, which would be mostly for pain, belladonna, and iced it so far. So I'm going to work on both eyebrows. Sorry to hear that. Friendly humanoid. T1 to T8, but let's work on the ouch point on the eyebrow. I'm guessing left, and that's a 50-50 chance to get it right. Empathetic companion, Esther. Hello, Esther. Yeah, I've been thinking about you. I've been watching reruns of Scarlet, Masterpiece Theater. Yeah, let me know, Edna. You can even email me the specific red light therapy machine. We can take a look at it. I've heard of no limitations. The question is there a limited time you can use castor oil and buckwheat on the abdomen? I would do it 5 on, 2 off kind of thing, or alternate onto other areas. A lot of times, a good way to use castor oil is to 1 day liver, 1 day target, back and forth for the specific areas. So let's continue on. So, collected settler, I specifically had you in mind with this remedy, DMSO ear elixir. Could be a really good option for the auditory nerves and right ovarian cyst, which would be good for castor oil packs. Let me know how it goes for the cyst. But the product that I recommend, it specifically says benefits for cysts. But let's work on collected settler for the ears. Cranial nerves for the ears, the vestibulocochlear nerves, and the ouch point for the ears, and the nerves. C3. So we'll talk more, Rosanna. Definitely castor oil packs on the area of the cyst will be a great benefit. Ouch point for the ears for collected settler, Rosanna. Consider 2 things, Edna, parasite cleanse and cellular detox through clay. And I think you're using clay already. Red light therapy is using red light of different frequencies, as we spoke before, 630 nanometers, 720, 850 seem to be the most effective. 6 inches away, depends upon the wattage, joules per centimeter squared for the power. Depends upon the device, if it has a flicker or a lot of EMF. So there are lots of things to consider while talking about them. So Esther, it is good to see you. Let's support you. I hope that you're getting massage for your legs since you haven't been able to get out of bed for quite some time. Blood flow, nerve flow to the spine. Thank you for joining. And for pain, DMSO Mag Balm Extra Strength from that company that I'm recommending. Of course, arnica, homeopathics, orally or topically. There's a great product called Tromil. But I think it's called now T Solutions. Which is homeopathic arnica herbal pain relief. The torch, yes. So you're using the torch. That's great. The torch from Soleil Well. Good, great. Castor oil on the ovarian cyst. The torch on the ears. I've heard good things about the torch. I've actually been in QA sessions with her. She's from the Massachusetts area, actually. So friendly humanoid, left eyebrow. I had a 50-50 chance. But let's do some more on the left eyebrow. The products that I mentioned are on the right side of this chat. to make it easy for everyone. There's DMSO eye care information. There's DMSO eye care products. It has all the products there, and the castor oil with pokeweed, which is now sold. I put it on my website. If you don't find what you're looking for, let me know, and I will happily put it in. Can you guys see the links to the right of the chat? Yes. If you don't find what you're looking for, just let me know, and we'll make it work. Texan 4548. Sounds like a scalar device. Scalar energy for people is if you take a frequency and a matching frequency, invert one, and they collide, they create a scalar field, which is like a zero point energy field. And then imagine if that is empty or pure, and then that is next to us. It will entrain coherence. Texan, tap for you, Mom. Absolutely. Moms are sacred. Oh, Ferris. Oh, okay. You're not from Texas, I think, right, Ferris? You're from the land of Tesla. Glaucoma, GV17, C3, 4, and 5, out point on the eyes. High blood pressure, chrysanthemum tea. Nitric oxide through food, which would be beets. That's okay. I will not divulge your location. C3, 4, and 5 for the eyes, ouch point for the eyes, blood flow for the eyes, facial artery, instability when walking, GV17. Okay, I couldn't get in on the stream at Anusar Wellness website. There's too many people on the chat. Thank you for that. I need to fix that. And I will follow up on that. Thank you for reminding me. There still seems to be a limit on the minute chat, which I'm fixing. Okay, thank you. But let's continue with the eyes for your mom. Blood flow to the eyes, facial artery. Nerve flow to the eyes, C3. High blood pressure, GV17. Low pulse, hypothalamus. And again, GV17. And you're welcome. Texan 4548. Liver 3 and kidney 1. I hope your mom is doing better. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Anyone interested, let me know. I know we have some people already signed up. Saturday, we have the Tongren Workshop. 2 weeks later, we have the Tui Na Workshop. And about 3 weeks after that, we have the Tongren Masterclass. So keeping it busy. So let's do a little Qigong. Sunny Gem, I saw a different gem, but we worked on everyone. But there's a couple actually that came in right here. Yeah, but we will work on you now. Sunny Gem, detox from mold, blood flow to the brain. Thank you for the reminder. I saw Friendly Gem. T1 to T8. Anti-inflammation. T1, 2, and 3 for mold, smoke, and chemicals. C3, 4, and 5, sinus and lungs. So dental issues, let me know about that. Coconut swishing is a good option for that. Let me know what company the red light therapy device you have, Edna. There are different levels of quality for those. Cognitive dysfunction, 3 blood supplies to the brain. Carotid artery, vertebral artery, occipital artery. And keep in touch, Esther. We want to reinforce these other ones. Advanced knee and hip osteoarthritis, T1 to T8. Deep, productive cough. Did you have the flu like I did? Osteoarthritis, T1 for the bones, T1 to 8 for inflammation. And the question is, what is the name of the device? If you look on my website, there is a course and a device for breathing, breath retraining, and it will help a lot with the anxiety. Let's see, shop. The Relaxator Kit and breathing instructions. It's actually on my website. CV17 also for Sunny Gem and liver health, T9 right side, and the teeth, C3, 4, and 5. You're welcome very much, Sunny Gem. Thank you for reminding me. I did skip over that. I missed it. Thank you. T1 to T8 some more. GB13 right side and left side for cognitive function. So empathetic companion. Shari, great to see you. Esther, awesome to see you. Great to reconnect. And empathetic companion, you tested negative for COVID, but wasn't tested for the flu. As soon as I was hit with the situation, I immediately went to urgent care, tested for everything, tested positive for the flu, negative for COVID. Yeah, I bet a lot of things are circulating. Wow, yep. Okay, so there are two different spellings. I'm not sure which one works, but check them out. And many thanks to you as well, Catherine. And we will do a Qigong, and then we will be all set. And Paula, yes, I did not see you. We will not miss you. Emotions and stiffness in your knees. In Tong, third eye area for emotions, connecting to your true self. GB13, right side, Paula. C1, 2, and 3 for emotions. P9, right side for emotions. GB13, right side for emotions. Blood flow, nerve flow for the knees. So blood flow, T7, nerve flow, lumbosacral plexus, and ouch point for the knees themselves. Definitely massage some castor oil into the knees. A really good combo is castor oil followed by red light, ideally heat red light therapy, followed by detox through a clay bath. That's a really good triple detox process. Good to see you, Paula. Ouch point for the knees. Stomach 36 for the knees. Spleen 6 to release pain from the knees. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. And we will do a clearing for everyone. And here we go. And we have a new comment. I don't want to miss anything. Blessings to you and your family, Paula. Great to see everyone. Blessings to you all. Hopefully this helps you. I'm sure it will increase your healing in your healing journey. And I will see you all next week. Saturday is the Be Your Own Healer workshop. 2 weeks later, the Tui Na Workshop. Community, the Tongren community is going to have an open house as well. That is basically a library of Tongren training, product reviews like we talk about here, and live Q&A sessions. Thanks very much and have a great day.